Hi guys, good evening all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible? Right, right guys. So guys, like in the last session, we have done with the basics of Python. It's not a complete basics guys, just I shown you like some of the basic things like operators in Python. And apart from that, we have seen the different operators, arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment operators. And apart from that, we also have discussed about like how to work with the variables, how to declare the variables I told you. And apart from that, one more point also, like how to find the types. That means whenever we in Python, there is a feature, that is feature is nothing but what we call it as a dynamically typed language. So what do you mean to say dynamically typed language? I told you in Python, we don't require to declare a variables. So when we are not declaring the variables, what type of data type the Python chooses? According to the data or according to the value we have given, Python is going to choose as the data type, guys. So for that, we also discussed about, like, for example, if I said I equal to, which is going to be something like 10. So Python chooses it as an integer type. How to find out? For that, I told you a function called as type I. So once if you said type of I, type is a function, guys, which returns what type the I belongs to. So it will clearly says that I told you it will say class integer. Sir, why the name class integer is coming in couple of days, we'll study about that, guys. Class integer, we'll study about that. Next, type of I. Same as it is, we have seen about the different types of types. I equal to 10.25. It will be taken as a float, guys. It will be treated as a float. And whenever I'm discussing about strings, like which is going to be hello. Either you enclose in double quotes or single quotes, anything is fine. But one thing, if you start the string by double quotes, you have to end it also by double quotes. If you start with single quotes, we have to end with also single quotes. Then it is going to chooses it as a string type of data type. And even we have also seen about booleans. Sorry, it's going to be booleans, guys. It is true or false. It is going to be treated as n, which is going to be bool. So these are the basic types which Python is going to choose as, guys. Simply you ask what is that type. So it's a very frequently used function. Whenever you want to find out what type of object it belongs to, simply you set that type of I. Automatically it says that it is an integer, it is a float, it is a string, it is a bool, something like that. It is going to tell you, guys. Okay, fine. Apart from that, though we don't require it also, I shown you about which is going to be a complex data type. 3 plus 4j. J can be written in capital case, lowercase. Anything is a fine case, guys. You can write 3 plus 4j. J written in lowercase, capital case does not matter. This is what we call it as a complex. In mathematics, you remember, no, guys? In mathematics, we'll write it as 3 plus 4 I you will write, where I is nothing but, which is nothing but an imaginary value, which is equivalent to square root of -1. So it is basically for scientific computing, and for which is going to be, it's nothing but some mathematical calculations we use as them, guys. Okay, fine. So this is what we discussed in the last class, what we have discussed, guys. Anyone, guys, any questions in the last class? Any questions from the last class? Anyone? If you have any questions, so please clarify them, guys. Anyone? All of you are fine with yesterday's class? All of you have done the installation, guys? I told you to install Python. Hope all of you have done the installation, guys. Right? Fine. Okay, good, guys. Let us go ahead. So today we're going to start with some new concepts called as, which is going to be a sequences object, guys. We are going to study about something called as an sequences in Python. What are the sequences, guys? Generally, whatever the types we have discussed in yesterday's class, integer, float, string, bool, complex, they are capable to represent only one single value, guys, isn't it? So integer means only single value, float means single value, string means single value, bool means it's a single value. So we are going to discuss something about what are sequences in Python. What are sequences in Python, guys? Sequences are nothing but which is capable to represent multiple values, guys. Or we can say sequences are going to be nothing but it is going to be collection of elements. It is not a single element. It is a collection of elements, guys. It's a collection of elements. Now, Coming to the sequence, we are having different types of sequences in Python, guys. One of the most basic type is going to be list. The second one is going to be tuple. The third one is going to be set. And we are also having one more, which is going to be frozen set. And apart from that, we are having something called as, which is dictionary, guys. Dict or dictionary, what we are going to call it as. Simply we'll write it as dict. Basically stands for dictionary. List, tuple, set, frozen set, and dictionaries, guys. Okay. So these are the different types of what we can talk, what we are going to call them as in sequences. Why? Because they are not used for representing a single value. They are basically used to represent a collection of elements, a collection of values, multiple values we can represent, guys. That means using a single variable, you can represent multiple values. Integer means only single value, guys. Float means a single number. String means only single string, only single. Characters can be multiple, but string is only one string value only. And what about the bool? It is also one single value. But coming to the sequences, we can have multiple values we can have it, guys. Have a look at that. First, we'll start with, slowly it appears to be very easy, but slowly the complexity increases, guys. Okay, fine. Start with the list object, guys. What is this list? List is one of the basics. It's a basic structure in the Python, guys. Mostly, that means most of the functionalities depends on the list concept only. What is a list? List is nothing but, remember, we'll use a simple term called as mutable and immutable terminology, guys. We'll use a word called as mutable and immutable. What is list? A list is nothing but it is a mutable type. Don't think that what is meaning of mutable means it is going to be something complex. Mutable, immutable. Generally, we have an idea, guys. It's a mutable means which changes. That means a list type can be modified. Today you created some list, guys. Let us say with 4 elements you created. Once you create a list with 4 elements, later we can add up. We can add some elements, we can remove the elements, we can modify the elements. That is what we call it as mutable type. Opposite of mutable is immutable. What is an immutable type? Which cannot be modified. Simple. Once you understand the list, understanding the tuple is very easy, guys. It will take just 2 minutes of time to understand tuple. Where list will take, I told you, no, it is almost all, it will take at least 4 to 5 days it will take, guys. To completely understand the complete list functionalities, it will take 4 to 5 days it will take, guys. Tuples will take 2 minutes of time. Why? Because tuples are nothing but same as list. I need not to explain anything, guys. Same as a list, but the only difference is going to be they are immutable, meaning that is they cannot be modified. But list is going to be mutable types, guys. So this word this term we are going to use very, very frequently in the Python. So whenever we are talking about a type, first we have to think about, the first thing we have to talk about is whether it is a mutable or whether it is an immutable type. So mutable means which can be modified. Immutable means which we cannot modify, guys. Okay. So coming to this particular concept of which is going to be the list. What is the list here now? List is going to be nothing but it's a mutable type. It's a mutable type which is going to be a collection of. It is going to be a collection of. It is heterogeneous elements. Collection of heterogeneous elements. You know what is meaning of homogeneous and heterogeneous? Homogeneous means it is same type, and here it is going to be different type. Generally, we know that what are arrays? If you have the idea about other programming languages, what are arrays? Arrays are going to be nothing but what we can say is, what are arrays, guys? We know that arrays are nothing but a collection of same type of elements there are. All of them should be integers, or all of them should be strings, or all of them should be floats. But coming to the list, it is not the same type. They can be of a different types, guys. A mutable type, which is going to be nothing but a collection of heterogeneous elements. That's it, guys. Okay, step by step, we'll discuss. How to create them, guys? In Python, obviously we know that no need to use the word. Nowhere we are using the word, guys. Nowhere we are saying integer, nowhere we are saying float, nowhere you are using string, nowhere we are using bool. Same as it is, to represent or to create a list, no need to use any words like list or something like that. How to create a list? Create a list. just by enclosing in square brackets, guys. Create a list by enclosing in, which is going to be square brackets. Just we have to use the square brackets, guys. That's it. Nothing to do, guys. X equal to or A equal to just square brackets 10. Hello. Anything, guys. Let us say 20.45. And then we can say which is going to be true, guys. Nowhere you need to use a word called as. Normally, the people who do not have any idea about Python, if I show them, they don't know what it represents. They don't know what it represents. But for example, in some languages, we use the words like which is going to be list of something like that. Even a person who do not have any idea about the language also, by looking at the word, they can say, this is a list, this is a tuple. But in Python, we don't use the words, guys. Simple square brackets. It's a square brackets, guys. A equal to, just we can use a square brackets. You may get a doubt. So really is a list? How do you find out? Type of A. Very clearly, whenever I ask what is type of A, very clearly it will say it is a class list class. It won't say integer class. We are going to get a clear output saying that it is a class list. That's why I said that type is a function which is very frequently used. So why? Because the type is a function. Whenever we want to know what type of element it is going to be, what type of element it is, or what type of object it is, we are going to be using this kind of an applications what we can use. Type, it will immediately tells you what type of object it is. Okay, let us have a look into the application, guys, how we are going to create it. I told you how to install the Python. I already explained. If anybody having any doubts, guys, please ask me once again. I'll tell you. Okay, go to the search. No need to go everywhere. So here only we have the idle is there, guys. So I click on idle. Open the idle, guys. So this is your idle. Just what I can do is, just you do one thing. Just a second, guys. Right. Right, guys. Have a look into this. A equal to, you can say, guys, give lowercase of A equal to 10. Let us say that it is going to be hello, and which is going to be something like 20 point. I told you, no, double quotes and with double quotes only. 20.45. It is going to be true and it is going to be false. That's it, guys. No need to use any word called as a list, nothing to use. But you have a doubt. So really, is it a list? Yes. Ask it. Type of A. Very clearly, it is going to say that it is a list class. Creating is very easy, guys. But sir, you said that it will take 3-4 days, 4-5 days it will take. What is the purpose of 4-5 days? Mainly, creating is very easy, guys. But handling that, how to work with that, how to manipulate that, that is what we have to discuss about. Create a one more. B equal to, and one more thing, guys. Don't think that I said it is heterogeneous means always it need to be heterogeneous. It can be even homogeneous also, guys. All of them can be of same type or they can be of different types. B equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, guys. What is the type? What is the type of the B? You can say that that is also list only. So I said that it need not to be, it need not to be heterogeneous, guys. It can be heterogeneous. Okay, but if I said homogeneous means it must and should, it must be homogeneous. It cannot be heterogeneous. Print the value of A, same thing, whatever I have entered, same as it is. With square brackets only it will display. If I say B, this is also going to display the square brackets. Because generally we all of you know that, guys, because we are learning Python for what purpose? Data analytics, data science, etc. Data analytics means generally we don't work with a single scalar values, not with a single value. Isn't it? Analytics means we have to work with multiple values. So integer, floats, we don't work with that kind of a types, guys. We'll work with list, we'll work with tuples, we'll work with sets. Why? Because all these are going to be some collection of elements, guys. See there, A and B, it's very clear. You can see that type of A and what is going to be type of B. Both of them are saying that it is class called as a list class only. Okay, fine, guys. So creating is very easy, but what is the main important point here, guys? Generally, if you are familiar with any programming languages, it's a very simple topic only, guys. Like if you create the array, how to get the first element, how to get the second element, how to get the second and third element. That is nothing but what we call it as indexing, or what we are going to use it called as indexing and slicing technique, guys. So now the main important, it will take a lot of time, guys. It's not that much easy. Completely one day I'm going to spend it on the 1 or 2 days I'm going to spend it on the slicing technique. What is indexing? What is slicing, guys? Very simple. What is indexing means it is nothing but getting a single element from a list. And one important point, guys, this indexing and slicing is not only the concept of list. You will use it everywhere, almost all in the coming classes. That's the reason I will spend a little bit more time on this slicing concept, slicing and indexing concept. Once if I study this one time, no need to each and every time I need not to repeat it. So we'll use it in list, we'll use it in tuples. Okay, we'll use it in arrays. We are going to use it in data frames. Everywhere we are going to use the same technique, guys. Indexing, slicing. You should be very familiar with that. Just not understanding the concept, you should be having a good hands-on practice, guys. Complete hands-on is required, guys. Every day you have to practice the things. So getting a single element from a list. For example, we have 4 elements. Getting the third element, getting the fourth element, getting the fifth element. That is what we call it as indexing. Then what is a slicing, guys? Generally, we know that I have a cake. I ask you to give a slice from a cake. What is meaning of slice? A piece from the cake, guys. Isn't it? We want some small piece, which is a portion of that particular cake. Or it is nothing but slice of a bread. So a slice of bread. So from the whole bread, I want to get one piece. Isn't it? So here also, slicing means nothing but not getting one element, getting some sequence of elements, guys. Means, let us say that starting from second element, I want to get 3 elements. Starting from fourth element, I want to get 6 elements. So whenever you want to get a set of elements from the list, that is what we have to call it as a slicing technique. So slicing is nothing but not getting a single element. It is going to be getting a sequence of elements. It should be like a sequence, guys. That means we cannot say that, sir, I want the 5th element, 2nd element, 6th, 7th element, 4th element. It is not random. There must be some sequence. 2nd to 5th element, 5th to 8th element, or 8th to 5th element. In reverse order also we can come. But there must be some sequence must be there, guys. Getting a sequence of elements is what we are going to call it as indexing. And remember, in Python, like most of the programming language, index starts from 0. Your index starts from 0, guys. That means first element index is equal to 0 and the last element index is n minus 1, 0 to n minus 1, guys. For example, if I have 4 elements are there, for example, I said 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5 elements I have taken, for example, guys. So the first element index is 0, second element is 1, third element is 2, fourth element is 3, and last element is 5th element is 4. Total, there are 5 elements, and which is going to be the last element is going to be n minus 1. Index will be starting from 0 to n minus 1. Generally, when you work with, if you have got worked with C, C++, Java, almost any programming language, the index will start from 0 only, guys. So see, how do you do the indexing? Very, very easy, guys. Just you write the list, square brackets, you write the index, guys. That's it. Very easy, guys. Your list, square bracket, what is your index? I want to get the first element. Your index is going to be A, guys. For example, sorry, list is equal to A. Simple. A of 0, you will get the first element. A of 4, you will get the 5th element. Simple, guys. A of 10 will get the 11th element. That's it. Very easy. Indexing is very easy, guys. Slicing will take some time. See, guys, A is there. Total, there are going to be 5 elements are there. A of 0, we are going to get the first element. Try to find out what is type of A, guys. Type of A is a list. What is type of A of 0? Observe carefully the difference, guys. You are not asking what is the A type. We are asking what is A of 0 type. What is A of 0 here? It's an integer, right? 10 is an integer. So we'll get an integer. Okay. So whenever we do the indexing, I may get an integer, I may get a float, I may get a string, I may get some other thing. But slicing is not like that, guys. Whenever I slice a list, when you know that no, whenever I take a slice from a cake, again it will be cake only. It's what we call it as a cake slice. So whenever you slice it, output will be list. Whenever we do the index, output can be anything, guys. Now see what is going to be type of A of 1. What is going to be type of, sorry, what is going to be type of A of 1? A of 1 is going to be nothing but it's a string. A of 0 is integer, guys. A of 1 is going to be string. A of 2, your A of 2 is going to be nothing but it's a float. Why? Because this one, guys, third one, float. If I said A of 3, it is a bool. We all of you know that now, guys. We all of you know what is going to be A of 2 and what is A of 3. So it is going to be the third element, fourth element, fifth element, whatever you want. So from the A list, you get this third element. Who is the third element there? It is 20.45. Now it is a float, as we already know that. What about the third element, third index? We'll get fourth element, which is bool. But what is type of A? Type of A is equal to nothing but it is a list, guys. Okay. So that is a way how we can differentiate it. So indexing is very easy, guys. Which element you require? So just first element, second element, third element. Say type of which is going to be 10. Sorry. What we say? A of 10, you can say, guys. Whenever we said A of 10, actually you're asking for 11th element. But first of all, your list is having only 5 elements are there. 5 elements means index is from 0 to 4 only. So whenever I give 10, I'm going to get an error, obviously out of range. So list index is going to be out of range, guys. We are getting an error. That is what we are going to call it as indexing. Then what is slicing, guys? And one more point. As I said that type is a function which is very frequently used to find out what is going to be the type of the object. Same as it is, there is a one more function is there, guys. The name of the function is length. What is the length of the any variable or any value, guys? Any variable you give, what it is going to tell you. Len is a function, guys. It is also one built-in function only, guys. This function is going to returns. What is type returns, guys? Type returns what is going to be type of the whatever the element is there or type of the object is there. Same as it is, length is going to returns. Obviously, function returns what is going to be the length of the whatever the object, or what is going to be the length of the sequence. What is the length of the sequence? Length is nothing but number of elements in the sequence, guys. So if you want, we can ask how many elements we can count in, guys. What is the length of the A? I think there are 5 elements are there. What is the length of the B? I think there are also 5 elements are there. 6 elements are there. B is containing 6 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. But A is going to be gets containing 5 elements and B is going to be gets containing, which is going to be nothing but there are 6 elements are there. You can ask the length, guys. Okay, fine. If you have any doubts, guys, hoping everybody was able to understand that because there are basics. I'm just going ahead, guys. If you have any doubts, please ask me the question, guys. You can unmute yourself and you can speak. You have the option to unmute, guys, or else just you can use the chat window also, guys. Use a chat window also. Next, coming to the sequence, I'll give you all the documentation for this. Just 1 or 2 days, I'll give you the documentation because we're in the beginning only. How to get the sequence of elements? Sir, I don't want only first element or second element. I want to get starting from second element. I want to get 3 elements. Starting from 10th element, 10th position, I want to get 5 elements. How do you do, guys? See carefully. List, square brackets, guys. Carefully, guys. Starting, where to start your index, where to stop your index, and what is the step you want to give, guys. See, guys. Start, stop, and step. I'll tell you one by one. Where to start, where to stop, how much step you want to take it. Leave the step for the timing. I'll discuss it. Remember, guys, start is always, it is going to be included. That means if I say to start from the second index, guys, remember, they are index, guys, not the position. Second means you know that it is going to be from the third element it will start, guys. Why? Because we know that index starts from 0 to n-1. What is your start index? And your stop index is excluded. It is not included, guys. So that means that, for example, if I said A of 2 is to 5, if I say, guys, forget about the step. I'll come back to that. 2 is to 5. What is the meaning of that? Start from 2, stop before the 5. Don't include the 5, guys. So how many elements will come, guys? 2, 3, and 4. Total will get 3 elements will get in, guys. 2, 3, and 4. We are going to get a 3 elements. Then some people may get a doubt. Some people ask me, sir, why? What is the reason why this 5 is not included? Why the 5 is not included? To make the things easy to understand, they made it as 2 is to 5, guys. I'll tell you what is that. Whenever I said 2 is to 3, how many elements will come? So obviously, very easy. It is nothing but 2, 3, 4. There are 3 elements will be there. But easy calculation, guys. How many elements will come? Number of elements. It's very easy, guys. 5 minus 2, which is going to be 3. Easy, guys. For example, if the fifth element is included also, if fifth element is included, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll get 5 elements, 4 elements will come. Then in that case, what we have to do, guys? 5 minus 2 plus 1, we have to do that. So to make the things easy to understand, what they did is 2 is to 5, just simple 5 minus 2, it is going to be nothing but 3 elements. Or sometimes, for example, 2 is to 3 means very easy, guys. For example, if I said 36 is to which is going to be 55. If I said how many elements are there, for example, if it is really including 55, little bit confusion, guys. Little bit confusion. Generally, we all of you know that 0 to 10, how many elements are there? 0 to 10, how many elements are there, guys? If I include the 0 and include the 10, there will be 11 elements will be there, guys. Isn't it? 0 to 10, including 0 and including 10, there are 11 elements are there. If I said 0 to 10, if the include 0 and excluding 10, how many elements are there? There are 10 elements will be there. So to make the things easy, 10 minus 0, it is 10. But it is not like that. Including means 10 minus 0 plus 1, we have to do that. So that's why to make the things easy, what they did is, guys, it is how many elements will come. So a number of elements are very easy. 55 minus, which is going to be 36, guys. I think it is going to be how much, guys? 19, I think so. 19, isn't it? 19 plus 36 is going to be nothing but what we can say 55 is the output, guys. So very easy to make the things easy, what they did is they have made this example like this. So I want to start with third position and I want to get 5 elements are there. I want to get 5 elements means no need to count them, guys. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting from 3, I want to get 5 elements. 3, 4, including 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have to give 8. Instead of doing that, starting from third element, I want to get 5 elements. 3 plus 5, 8. Direct, guys. No need to do any counting, all these things. Let us say that starting from 25th position, I want to get, let us say, 12 elements. Simple. 25 plus 12, it is going to be 37. Over. No need to do any, just we need not to count anything and you need not to do any calculation. 25 is to 37. Directly, 12 elements will come. So to make this calculation easily, if it is including, guys, we have to add plus 1. For example, how many elements will be there, including 55? 55 minus 36, it is 19. 19 plus 1, 20 elements. So why should I make you to calculate that plus 1? So direct calculation. 55 minus 36. Here, if I said including 37, if I said 25, I want to get 12 elements. 25 plus 12, it is going to be, I said including, if I say 37 means we have to write only up to 36 only we have to write. Then we'll get 12 elements will come. So we have to subtract 1. That's why what they did is simple technique. 25 is the starting index plus 12, it is 37 elements. That's it, guys. So where to start and where to end, where to stop. The stopping index is not included and starting index is going to be included, guys. So once if you know them, you can just, I don't say practice them. I simply use a word called as play with them. So play with them means you just play with them, you work on them. That's it. I don't say that you practice them. So practice is a word generally we use it whenever you want to do some examples practically. I say that play with them. So play with them now, guys. Just easily we can play with them. X is equal to, see guys, easy to understand. You can take any numbers, but easy to understand. I'm going to take some sequence of numbers, guys, because sequence of numbers are very easy to understand, right? For example, if I say start from third index, if I get 5 elements, easily we can do that. See there, X, what is the length of the X? X of, if I said X of 3, you know that it's going to be the 4th element will come, guys. X of 3 means 4th element, 40 will come. Starting from the third index, I want to get 5 elements. No need to count it, guys. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No need to count it. 3 plus 5, 8 over. But observe carefully, guys. Whenever I do the index, whenever I'm doing the index, I'm getting an integer. It's an integer, guys, very clearly. But this is slicing. Slicing is going to gives you again a list only. We know that now. Whenever I take a slice from a cake, it will be again cake only. If I take a slice from a bread, it is going to be again a bread only. If I take a slice from a bun, it is going to be again a bun only. So if I take a slice from a list, output is again a list only, guys. If you want, you can find it off. If you want, you can find it off, guys. What is type of x of 3? What is the type of x of 3? No doubt, it's an integer. What is type of x of, which is going to be 3:8? It is going to be nothing but it is a list, guys. So indexing will always gives you a particular object depending on the data type, but slicing always gives you only the list object only, guys. So once again, this is the data, guys. Where to where, you can just decide it, guys. X of, I want to start from second index. I want to get, let us say 6 elements I require, or let us say 6 elements, 2:8. So what is 2:8? Starting from second index means starting from third element. Third element is nothing but 30, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then it is going to be, 70, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 5 elements will come, guys. So I think, 6 elements I've written, no? It is 6 elements, right? So it is going to be 2:8. 6 elements will come. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Totally, we are going to get 6 elements will get in, guys. Got it? So that is a way how we can do the slicing, guys. Wherever you want to start, wherever you want to end. But ending position is not included, guys. Ending position is not included. For example, x of, which is going to be, let us say 4:5. You are going to get only one element will come, guys. But see the difference, guys. 4:5, output is 40, or output is 50, but output is a list. If I said x of 4, see the difference clearly, guys. X of 4 and x of 4:5, result is not the same, guys. X of 4 is giving an output as an integer, whereas x of 4:5 is giving an output as a nothing but a list object we are going to be getting, guys. That is a list object, and this is an integer object, guys. Like that, we can just do whatever the examples you want to do. For example, guys, this is your x. Starting from the 50. 50 means fifth element. So you know what is the index we have to give. X of, which is 4:2. I want to get up to the last element, guys. What is the last element? It is 100. I know it is a 10th, it's a 10th position. It's a 10th element, it was there. So index is 9. If I said 4:9, guys, we all of you know that it starts from the 4th index, stop before the 9. That means it will be from 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 9 minus 4, we'll get only 5 elements. 9 minus 4 is 5, guys. We'll get only 5 elements. What are the 5 elements? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. We don't get the 100, guys. Normally, what we have to do if I want to include the 100 also. So you should know the length. I know the total length is 10. So we know that last element is going to be 9. So we have to give 10, guys. Today we know the length. That is the reason we are able to write, guys. Tomorrow, if you don't know the length, guys. Tomorrow, let us say that you don't know what is the length of the total list. Then what we can do, guys? See, guys, x of 4:2. Simple, guys. X of 4:2. What is meaning of x of 4:2 means? Start from the 4th element, go up to the last element, guys. Including the last. If I don't specify the ending position, it will go up to the last element, guys. 4:2, it will go up to the last element. See, guys? So if you don't know how many elements are there is no need to worry about that. Simple, I want to go up to the last element, 4:2. So go up to the last element, it will go, guys, which is going to be nothing but, we can see 50:2, which is going to be the 100, what we'll get in, guys. Okay. Yeah. Just please be online, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Please be online, all of you. Yeah, guys, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Now have a look into this. It is going to be nothing but 4 is 2, guys. So you are starting with the fourth element and you have to go up to the last element, including the last element, guys. So whenever you want to go up to the last element, no need to provide the, which is going to be, no need to provide any ending position. Just simply go up to the last. I want to get the first 5 elements, guys. How to get the first 5 elements? Simply, we are going to say x of first 5. 0 is 2. I said 5, right? 0 plus 5. It is going to be 5, guys. So whenever you are starting from 0, you need not to write the 0, guys. Write it or don't write it, does not matter. It's simply, we say that is to 5, guys. See the difference, guys. Whenever I said is to 5, meaning that is starting from 0, go up to the 5. So we'll get the first 5 elements. If I said 5 is 2, it is going to be starting from the fifth element. I don't say that it is last 5 elements, guys. I'm not saying that it is the last 5 elements. It will start from the fifth element, go up to the last. Maybe there may be 5 elements or 10 elements or 50 elements, does not matter. So if you can see, this is going to be how we are getting it, guys. So is to 5 is nothing but start from the 0 to 5. And whenever I said 5 is 2, it is start from the 5 and go up to the last, guys. So that is a way how basically we can work with this indexes concept, guys. So very easy, where to start and where to end, we have to specify, guys. That is one technique. That is one technique. If you want to start from the beginning, just simply ignore the starting position, colon 5. If I want to go up to the last position, it is going to be 5 colon, 2 colon, whatever you want, we can go find. For example, if I said x of 8 is 2, you know that totally there are 10 elements. I'm saying 8. 8 means nothing but index is nothing but the last but one. So last 2 elements will come, guys. Last 2 elements. If you want to get the first 2 elements, it is to 2. Very easy, guys. You should be having a complete control on that. You should not count them. So how many positions, where to start, where to end, we need not to give it, guys. X of, I want to start from 5. I want to get 4 elements. X is to 9. 5 is to 9. 60, 70, 80, 90. Start from first element and I want to go up to the last element, this one. 1 is to 9. You are going to get totally how many elements? 9 minus 1 will get 8 elements. So you can say that 20 is to up to 9. So we'll get total 8 elements, guys. Very easy. Even right now we don't have it, but tomorrow if we have more number of elements also, easily we can pick from where to where we want to pick. We can specify the application, guys. So this is what basically we are talking about, the indexing concept and a slicing concept. We are working with them. Okay. So it is just practice up to here, guys. Just whatever the resources we have with you, practice with them. So if you are familiar with that, I'm going to discuss about how to work with negative indexes, guys. It is positive indexes we are using, guys. 0 to 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. We are using positive indexes. Python has given one speciality, guys. It is negative indexes. Okay. So what is negative index? -1, -2, -3, -4. We can use those particular techniques also, but that may takes a little bit practice on this. So just practice for this particular today's class, guys. So I'm not discussing. So tomorrow I'll discuss about the remaining part of whatever the slicing technique is there. I'll discuss it in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Once slicing is done, then tomorrow I'll complete of it, guys. Tomorrow I'll complete of the slicing. Once the slicing is done, then the next topic is going to be the methods. How to work with the methods related to this particular list object. But before going to that, 1-2 classes I'm going to talk about object-oriented programming. So a little bit knowledge of object-oriented is required. If you already having the idea about object-oriented, well and good. Otherwise, I'm going to take 1 or 2 classes to understand what is object-oriented. At least 1.5 hour class is required, guys. May not be 2 hours, but at least 1.5 hour class, 1.5 hour session is going to be gets required to understand the object-oriented concepts. Okay, so tomorrow I'll take the remaining part, guys, because I just want to make you all of you practice on that. Once if we get a control on that, then I can make you understand clearly about the negative indexes, guys. Right, all of you guys? Anyone, guys? Any questions? So in the beginning, no, guys, we'll go a little bit slowly for this week and coming next week also. We'll go a little bit slowly, guys. Once I complete the tuples, I'll increase the time duration also. I'll increase, guys. Your actual class will be up to 7:30. So I'll increase in the couple of weeks. I'm going to increase it to 7:30, guys. Right now it is not required because we are still in the beginning, right? So I'll give you the assignments in coming applications. We have not yet discussed. We have to discuss about that. What is OOPS? Okay. We are going to discuss about that. What is going to be OOPS concept in the coming classes? Not now. It is not yet done. In coming classes, we are going to do it, Pratik. Okay. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll complete off the slicing concept. If time is there, I'll start with a little bit introduction to object oriented tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. Right? Okay. Anshul, I think you got the access to the drive. You not yet got the access to the drive, Anshul. Have you registered for the course, Anshul? Can you confirm that? Have you registered for the course or not yet registered?
Yes, I have registered.
Okay, if you have registered, we'll get the access to your drive directly. I'll just check it out with my backend team so that we'll get the access to that. So just wait for 1 or 2 days because we are still in the starting only, right? So just wait for one couple of classes. We'll get the access to the drive also.
Okay, sure.
Okay, fine. No worries, guys. All of you will get the access to the drive because just only just a few classes has been happened, right? Within 1 or 2 days, we'll get the access to the drive. You can start learning from them. Okay, fine. So that's it, guys. That's it for the today's class. So just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Thanks all of you guys.